I'm sick.
Oh no, you're not even sick. You're a little congested.
I did wake up a little congested. If it comes through, it's an audio medium. I've been telling Matt this whole morning it's an audio medium and they're going to know. So might as well get it out of the way.
Yeah, just address it up front, but everything's going to be okay, I think.
I sure do hope so. I took some Dayquil before this, and so I feel good, but I don't think I sound good.
Well, the good news for you is you never sound great. So,
You know who does sound great?
I don't know who.
Well, it's been a while. But
Don't-
hit it, Hitch.
Keep my wife's name out.
Oh. You know I'm out of town this week, and I don't appreciate that I'm going to do
It's
to
been
do this
multiple
edit.
episodes. No, it's been multiple episodes since we had a little fun with the edit.
I know. And what's been so great about that is not having to have fun with the edit for me. So I really appreciated that. And since we've stopped having fun with the edit and we've been a legitimate podcast for the first time ever, we're the 112th ranked comedy podcast in all of Lebanon. Ever heard of it?
Yeah, but I think that that's maybe what got us there. We can't just abandon our roots as soon as we become ranked.
I guess that's, yeah, I'm cutting this out. So,
Yeah, I would cut that out
and
too.
why don't we just cut to it?
You probably just heard a huge cut, and you're about to hear another one.
Yeah, hit it, Hutch.
You know what it is now, boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Bro, I don't have it today. I'm going to tell you right now I don't have it today.
Oh, you do have it. You do have it, man.
My brain's working at like 3 miles per hour.
No, you have it, man. You have it. Welcome back to Until We Agree. That's behind the scenes every episode. Matt thinks he doesn't have it, and I have to, reassure him.
Pull some gold out of me from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like a 49er back in California in the 1950s during the what was that called,
The
Matt?
49ers.
The Gold Rush.
Oh.
He does not have it today. This is bad.
Hey, Rat Pack Editor Matt here already. I know what you're thinking. Did Tyler just say that the gold rush was in the 1950s? And you're probably thinking, that doesn't sound right. Well, you'd be right. That's very wrong, and I didn't catch it in the moment. I promise this episode gets better. Just stick with us. Thanks, Rat Pack.
Dude, he's silent. This is not a good episode. All right, I'm joking. This is a great episode.
Yeah.
So what's going on
Well,
with
here's
you,
the
Matt?
thing is I just cut out the part where he said this wasn't a good episode because our good friend Conan said not to do that.
He did say not to tell the audience that things are going poorly.
And
But what we do have big news though. We have big news.
yes, Conan was on both of our Spotify Wrapped
That's
for podcasting this year.
that's not the big news. We just hit how many episodes?
40.
40.
And whenever we hit a milestone episode, Tyler loves to take some time and thank the listeners. So the floor is yours, Tyler. Go ahead.
Thank you to the listeners. Thank you to Lebanon. I've been scolded. We've been saying Lebanon
Mm-hmm.
like we're country bumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lebanon. So we thank the Lebanese.
Uh-huh.
We of course, you know where I'm going with this. We of course thank the Straits. We of course thank Hutch.
Of course, as
Kim.
always.
Ronnie's been nailing the Q&A recently. We thank Ronnie and all the other rats out there. I don't know. I think it's a big milestone. We have 22 more weeks to go until we hit a year, which is kind of crazy.
Did you just say 22?
And by 22, I of course meant 22 minus the 10 of that would hit a year, and then and then plus 10 to make it 10 after a year. So
I'll tell you what. Something that's been really cool about the last couple of episodes, like you said, Ronnie's really been stepping up because I think Ronnie wants to reach that top rat level status that Kim and Hutch have reached at this point. And it's showing in the comments. It's really been since he won his sticker that he's really been involved. So if you want to be involved in the Rat Pack,
they're like crack.
What?
I said the stickers are like crack.
Bro, have you done crack?
No.
Then how would you
but
know?
It's addictive like that. It's just addictive like that.
Being a contributing member of the Rat Pack is addicting. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay, I'm sure that will show up in the edit. I'm sure it'll play. So, yeah, join the Rat Pack here. Give us 5 stars, and once you give us 5 stars, you start itching for more. You get a little taste of being a part of the Rat Pack. You get that free sample of a 5-star that you could give us on Spotify or Apple Podcast, or I think I've been told we're on iHeartRadio. I can't find the analytics for it. I know our episodes are on there. They don't show up anywhere for our analytics. So if we have 10,000 listeners on iHeartRadio, welcome.
Thank you. Wow, thank you.
I'm just assuming that's the loose number I'm giving is 10,000. Because we did get Spotify Wrapped information that came out recently, this week even. And what happened is we were informed by Spotify, you could argue, that we have 14 listeners on Spotify alone who we were their number 1 podcast that they listened to all year, which is frankly way higher than I thought it would, especially just for Spotify, which is turning into Apple is actually from what I'm picking up, Apple is actually our biggest source. So just that the Spotify people we have 14 dedicated listeners, and then one guy said we should have been number 1, but somehow Spotify glitched and we were number 2. I don't buy that for 1 second, but I appreciate you listening too, getting us to number 2 on your list. That's fine. Although I will say, not to like put this onto you, where did Until We Agree rank on your Spotify Wrapped? Your personal Spotify Wrapped?
Okay. Well, this isn't fair.
Okay.
Because I drive for work, so I listen to a lot of podcasts, and to be honest, we've put out 39 podcasts.
Sure.
And you could say probably 38 before the Wrapped data, and you have to think they're 45 minutes longish, so that's not even 38 hours of content. And I've absolutely listened to like hundreds of hours of podcasts. So I don't think mathematically that we have enough episodes out there for me to hit it without, and by hit it, I mean hit it Hutch, without repeating episodes.
Sure.
This wouldn't make sense.
Okay. I love that what you just said, because I wanted to bring up something for you. Are you familiar with Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
How about Tom Brady?
Wait, Patrick Mahomes, the guy who throws the ball to Taylor Swift's boyfriend?
Our queen Taylor Swift's boyfriend, yes. Are you familiar with if you're familiar with Patrick Mahomes? Are you familiar with Travis Kelce? It sounds like you are.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend, yes.
Tom Brady.
Okay, heard of him. Not too familiar with his work. Heard of him.
Yeah. How about this name? Peyton Manning.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
So
the GOAT, the sheriff.
What do all of those people have in common?
I was gonna say they all have P's in their name, but Tom Brady doesn't. So,
and Travis Kelce doesn't either.
Oh, Travis Kelce too.
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking about the other 3.
No, all 4 of them. They all have something in common.
Yeah, I guess they're men.
As so many things that they have in common, I love that that's the safe answer you went with. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, the one thing that they all have in common for sure is they're all watching film, and they're watching film on what they do right and what they do wrong.
You think Tom Brady's still watching film?
When he was at, I'm saying I would honestly say yes, but what I'm saying is when they were in the league, what they were doing is they were watching film to get better. What they were doing wrong, they're in the kitchen every single week, hours. That's like the thing we don't think about is people who are successful, they're cooking hours a week and behind the scenes when no one's watching, because the real success comes from the gritty, the gritty moments that are ugly, that no one wants to see, no one wants to frankly do.
Bro,
Tom Brady didn't just
this podcast right now. Who is giving a motivational speech?
Tom Brady,
to the audience right
Tom
now?
Brady didn't walk out on the field every single Sunday and perform with excellence, except for one time against the Tennessee Titans in 2019. He didn't do that every single week with excellence by not preparing throughout the entire week. And yeah, I'm saying this to you because you have room for improvement. And I'm going to say that right now. Year ends are coming up and your review is not looking great right now. Do I need to even bring
Bro.
up that? Do I even need to bring up that people that you know that you're friends with are saying you're not even carrying the show? Your people are saying
That's
that
not
to you.
true.
That
That's
is
not true.
That's feedback that I'm getting from your people right now that's saying
No.
that aren't even supporting you.
No.
So
No. The holidays are coming up and you're being rude.
no, what I'm doing is I'm trying to push you to be better. Do you think Tom Brady's dad said he was?
Do
you think Tom Brady called his dad?
Wait. I have something.
Okay, go ahead.
Better. I hardly know her.
Okay, sorry, 1 second. I'm just noting that down for your year in review, and that was the best joke you could come up with for this episode. Okay, so like I was saying, Michael Jordan. Ever heard of him?
Wait, by the way, I have to blow my nose. Can we take a quick pause?
No. Michael Jordan.
Wait, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I don't actually have to blow my nose, but if I did, and if you were here, I'd use your shirt.
Dude, shut up. So, what we're not going to do is be mean to each other because that's uncalled for.
That's what you've been doing all morning.
No. There's a distinct difference between encouraging and pushing you to be your best and just being outright mean. Because you know who's...
Yeah, you can't find... You're not walking that line very well.
Yes, I am. Because
no,
you're being mean.
If you had been pulled over...
Better.
If you had been pulled over and you were walking on the line, you'd be in handcuffs right now.
That's not even true. No.
Oh, his speech is slurring too. This is not good. Matt's drunk on the podcast.
That's not true. I have Crohn's disease, so I wouldn't even imagine doing something like that.
Boom. There it is.
What? One of our...
All right.
One of our better characters is this illusion that I have Crohn's disease, and I just tell that to the audience week in and week out. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is my number one podcast for this year was Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler. Welcome back to Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler, by the way. This is Matt from Until We Agree with Tyler from Until We Agree, the only podcast that keeps going until we agree. What I'm trying to say, as Matt from Until We Agree, is I was listening, and I was getting better every single week.
I was listening.
No,
you aren't.
And people are noticing. People are noticing.
Nobody's noticed
that even though we're not doing hot fire like we want to with diss tracks anymore, even though those are coming back, I promise. In some capacity, we will be getting that level of production back soon, and we can promise you that. But
I think we were begged and pleaded to not do those, but they are coming back.
They are coming back
better than ever.
Big deal. It's not going to end. So, that being said, the quality of the show has gone up because of one person. And I'll tell you what.
Welcome.
And I'll tell you what. You've been here too. No one's denying that you've been here every single week, and that's awesome. But if we want to,
all right, this brings us actually. Hold on, because what I'm about to do is make a call to 1-800-Flowers.
Don't even think about it. That's uncalled for.
Yeah, and we're not.
I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, Matt has nothing else to say. He quieted down real quick. Do you want to fill the people in who may have missed last week on why that scares you so much?
Well, it's been a volatile week. You think about CEOs being attacked in the streets. You think about podcasters breaking into deep state conspiracy. It's been a tense week, and what I'm gonna say is we've been onto something. If you don't know what we've been onto, go back and listen to last week's episode. It has a title. I forgot the name of it, but it's the episode before this, you could argue. And something that Tyler realized while he was overseas, deployed, was...
Oh.
Well, is that not the right word?
I'm not one for stolen valor, but...
Sure. You were close, though. But what he realized is the flower industry probably has a pretty death grip hold. It emphasized, you could say. Because we think that maybe they're the ones controlling who lives and who dies, who tells stories.
Okay, you have to be really careful here. We got...
Right,
okay.
Sorry.
So then, what day was this? Wednesday. The day after the podcast released.
And the day after your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you. It's not my birthday. We received this. Matt and Tyler, Until We Agree podcast. That's who it's addressed to. It says, Dear Matt and Tyler, Big Flower, representing the flower industry, demands you immediately cease defamatory statements made on your podcast Until We Agree with Matt and Tyler, which falsely accuse us of unethical actions. Such claims are baseless and harm our reputation. Additionally, remove any episodes containing these statements or unauthorized use of industry materials. Failure to comply may lead to legal action. And this is the scary part. and you might find yourselves as the next recipients of a very special delivery of flowers. What do you think they mean by that?
I don't know about you, but I have chills.
I'm just
Look,
all I can think about is getting up in the middle of the night after like a mysterious knock and looking out my peephole, and I can just at the bottom of the peephole I can just see like an iris sprouting up, maybe an orchid. That's not good. Bro's got nothing.
The thing is when you read stuff like that, it makes me want to clam up a little bit. So I don't know where we go from here, because we don't want to. The thing is you think about people throughout history who made a difference, who made change, vessels for change. I'd argue that most of them are dead, which is scary.
And
but,
like we uncovered last week, who was responsible for that, and now who are we going after? That's all I'll say.
Exactly. So we can't say much right now, but just know
we're working on it.
Tyler's working on it, and I support Big Flower.
Wait.
They can do no wrong. But what Tyler's been saying this whole time, you have to listen to it. You have to listen to him. You have to listen to what he's saying. His ideas, purely his ideas. I had nothing to do with it. I was just sitting there last week and this week. And Tyler's
This isn't fair.
No, Tyler. I don't want to veer credit away from you. I feel like you're right.
Credit.
No, you're right. I might have been a little bit too harsh because I was trying to push you to be your best. And so now I'm going to now, as the episode evolves, I'm going to acknowledge how good you did at your side of the story. A side of the story that I don't believe at all, frankly, because it's ridiculous.
They've gotten to Matt. Big Flower's gotten to Matt.
I don't know what you're talking about. I am not sponsored, and my family is safe with no threats against them active right now.
That doesn't sound confident.
No, that is the truth. After I made my agreements that I made, then there are no more active.
That is the truth.
There are no more.
That is the truth. Why'd you say it like that? This is not good.
This is an AI podcast. Matt's in a.
That is the truth.
Matt's in a dark
He's
room.
like German.
like young Baron Trump.
My suitcase.
I like my suitcase.
I didn't know about that until before we went to Europe, and then that's all I can think
That's
about.
all they're
now.
saying out over there. I'm hearing. But anyways,
man.
yeah. So you did great with your research. It's fraudulent and it's ridiculous and it's baseless. But it was all you. So I'm proud of you for working so hard on it.
Well, I don't like the way you're, putting me up on a box to just get redacted by Big Flower. So let's move on because I don't know. I feel betrayed.
Okay. I'm sorry.
And
that's not what we wanted you to feel.
I want to get back to Wrapped.
Okay.
There's more to Wrapped, and you didn't even say it.
Go ahead and say it then.
Well, we have individual raps that I thought we could go over.
That's so true. Let's discuss that.
And have you? Because you saw your Wrapped, right?
I saw my Wrapped, yes, because you've seen my Wrapped now. Because I believe you want to bring up the Wrapped that you saw. That was mine.
Yeah. Number 1 was Diddy.
Are you talking?
Number two is R. Kelly. 3 was Bill Cosby. 4, High School Musical, the musical, the series cast.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And 5 was O.J. Simpson. With a special note from Spotify saying that they have no idea how you're listening to O.J. Simpson.
I found a way though. It's crazy.
But what does that mean? What, is it an audiobook?
No, we just talk on the phone sometimes.
You do or you did?
What do you mean? Are we talking about?
I have terrible.
Are we talking about known football player O.J. Simpson?
Yeah. Have you? Okay. There's something terrible's happened.
Yeah. Hopefully his wife is okay.
Oh no. But okay, go give your real rap. Let's review your real rap.
Well, can we talk about your real rap for a second? Because you didn't send me everything. You didn't send me everything. You just sent me your top songs.
No, I didn't.
And then for some reason you only had. I've never seen this before. You've only listened to 2 songs all year, which I thought was really strange.
No, this is not true.
Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is. Your first song was Stick Season, which I thought was weird. Which was really weird because you've been frankly defamatory towards it for a few weeks now.
Terrible song.
Then, well, it's weird that you listen to it. And then what's even weirder is your second song you listened to this year, Stick Season Live.
I didn't know there was a live version.
Yes, you did, because you've listened to it. Your number 2 song this year.
I hate that song, and if Noah Khan wants to come and defend himself on the podcast, he can. He's welcome to. But that song is a disgrace to modern music.
It wasn't on my Spotify app this year, but I will tell you, did you know, I saw this week, it was the number 6 most played song this year on Spotify. Still.
Stick Season?
Yes, still.
That song came out 4 years ago.
Yeah. Crazy,
Let's keep
right?
it pushing.
Noah, if you're
What was
listening.
number 1 through 3? What was 1 through 3?
What are you saying?
Most played songs. 1 through 3.
Are you
That's 1 through 5 is fine. But I'm curious what the others are.
Here's the thing, is I don't have that on hand right now.
Okay.
But
You just bring number 6 with you?
well, I saw that earlier this week and I put it in the back of my mind. But I can maybe try to find that for you if you want.
No, it's okay. I'd rather just go through your Spotify Wrapped. Your real one.
Okay. What do you want to know about it?
List it out. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
This guy's getting defensive.
Number 1 artist of the year.
You go by number 5.
What?
You go through 5 to 1.
I don't want to talk about. Okay. I don't want to talk about my number 5 because
Yes, you do.
I discovered him early in the year, and like I thought he was sick. I thought like what he was doing was so cool. And then mid-year, like in like May or June, I think, all this stuff comes out, and like he's like a really bad guy, and I don't want to talk about him. And like he has like gaslit and abused his girlfriend into thinking like his whole life is basically a lie. It's crazy. He's actually like pretty fascinating in the sense that he's like a maniac. And so I stopped listening to him after that.
Hold on. Who is this? Can we redact it? I need to know who
Yeah,
this
his name is
now.
his name is Redacted, which
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay,
heard-
I did hear about this.
yeah, so you heard about all that.
Alicia's big on this.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I'm not on his side, but it stinks that for half the year I was on his side unknowingly because frankly, I'm going to say it, I don't hate the music he makes. And so I was like all about it, and then all this stuff comes out. I was like, oh well, okay. So I tried really hard to push him off, but it was too little, too late. So Redacted at 5. I'll say the rest of them. 4, Jeremy Zucker. 3, Valley. 2, Laney, all caps. And number 1, ever heard of him? Lawrence the Band.
Wow.
Top songs.
Indie pop vibes over there.
Indie pop plus Redacted. 5.
He'd probably be indie pop.
Yeah, he probably is. 5 songs. Number 5, Guy Used to Be. Number 4, Georgia Peach by Quinn 92. Ever heard of Quinn 92?
That's a crazy song to have in your top 5, by the way.
Well, here's what I would do is it would be the first song. My strategy on Spotify, especially when I go to the gym, is I'll just like pick a song and then I'll let it like Spotify suggest songs based off that song. And so it was always on my recent search. And so it would always be the first song I play when I go to the gym. And so it just by default, it got up there. I'm not going to lie though. It's kind of a good song. I don't mind it being there. Number 3, See You Later by the band Camino. Known hater of the band Camino, Tyler, probably hates that because they make music that sounds too similar to itself, which is stupid. We've talked about this before. I want people to make music that they're good at. So great song. Best song of the year for me, apparently, from them. Number 2 is a song called Throwback Tears by Valley, who was on the top artist. And then number one song of the year, no one more deserving, and I think everyone on this podcast right now can until we agree on that. Ever heard of Hutch Deibler? You ever heard of him?
I've heard of him.
Everyone, if you're listening to this episode right now, you've heard of Hutch Deibler because he made the music that started this episode. And then there was also one Hit It Hutch that Tyler did earlier. And now his second, that's Hutch. His number one song, my number one song of the year was Wishful Thinking by Hutch Deibler. Incredible song from an incredible musician.
Yeah, it's much better. Well, first of all, the intro song is great, but if you wanted to listen to it, it's about a minute long, so it'd get old quick.
Yeah.
This song's good.
This song's good and
go listen.
Repeatable. I'll say it. I repeated it.
Go listen
more than once. So
thank you, Hutch.
That's my top 5, and I would love to talk about your top 5 because I've seen your actual top 5, And I am still to this day, I know it's only been 3 days, I am baffled by your number one artist.
Okay. Okay. All right. Number 5 artist, the 1975.
No hate there. Gotta respect
No
it.
hate there?
Except
All
for our queen Taylor Swift. Some hate from her.
Yeah. That's okay, though. She'll live.
Yeah, she's doing fine
number
now.
Number 4, same as yours, Jeremy Zucker.
That's a great place for
Cool.
Jeremy Zucker to be.
Yeah, because he hasn't released too much new until like really recently.
Yeah.
And I haven't been listening to
Too
that
little,
garbage,
too late
so,
at that point. You say that garbage?
Yep.
Dude,
Number
it's
3.
good. Okay, anyways.
Kendrick Lamar. Now, this all comes back from the April beef
Mhm.
where we've dissected it. We've been over it.
That's crazy. That was April. This show's been going on for a long time. We got to end this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was Kendrick Lamar.
I'm getting sick of Until We Agree. This is the last episode. Until next week.
Did we say at episode 10 and 20 we were stopping?
Yeah, and episode 40 is the last one too. So
All right. Until 41. But so Kendrick Lamar was on there. 2, John Bellion. I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how he's on this list.
bro, you're in love with him. Just
Bro,
admit it.
he's released one new song in 6 years, and I don't feel like I'm listening
You
to much John Bellion anymore.
You keep eating up those songs from 10 years ago. You just
I know I do, because
you just keep
every
going
time
back.
like Simple and Sweet comes on, I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens, and I listen to it all.
That's actually how Simple and Sweet goes. If you've never heard it before.
Wow, that was really close. Yeah, everybody go listen to Simple and Sweet by John Bellion to see how close that was.
Am I allowed to sample that and put it in this podcast, or is that copyright?
Hey, Rat Pack Editor Matt here. Good news. We got clearance to play Simple and Sweet by John Bellion. So here it is, and listen for yourself and see if you think what Matt did sounded just like it. Thanks, Rat Pack.
I don't think you can do that. I don't know though.
I might try and see what happens.
We'll see. We'll see what
If
happens.
Big Bellion reaches out, we'll take it down.
Yeah. My number one artist that baffled Matt for multiple days for some reason. Eminem.
It makes no sense. Why is Eminem your number one artist of the year?
He released a new album, and I
Here's the
listened to
thing:
it
is
quite a bit.
A lot of people released albums this year, but Eminem,
Okay.
that's just shocking.
Yeah,
to
it
me.
was good. It was a good album.
Can you give us a little Eminem? Can you rap a little bit for us?
What are we talking about?
I don't know Eminem as well as you, so pick an.
Halfing out a van. I'm driving straight at a van. That's one of the lines.
And that was
In
your
a black sedan,
number-
fast as I can.
Okay. You can't imagine that's very fast anymore because he's in his 50s. So, but
He's driving.
oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, but so the only reason he's your number one artist is because he released a new album.
Well, I enjoyed it, so I listened to it a bunch.
That's shocking. This is the one that he is purposely offensive because he can say it's just his old self, but he's still saying it as a 50-year-old man.
Okay. It's an art piece, and so
Okay.
what I wouldn't expect you to understand this, but yeah, it's not. I can't really defend it either.
Sure.
But it's
You need to.
The rap part is good though.
You need to defend it. It's your number one album of the year. Are all the
Okay, defend your number 5 then, you clown.
I did defend it. I said I didn't know.
No, you didn't defend it.
I did.
You're a clown.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, and we need to get through my top 5 songs because
No one's gonna know your top 5 songs because they're probably just all gonna be Eminem songs that no one else has listened to because he's.
They're not
50 years
He
old.
doesn't have a single top 5.
This guy's making no sense. Okay, get through it,
Number 5, Kid Again, John Bellion.
dude. That song is not good enough to be on there.
Number 4, Espresso.
Wait, I don't think I clocked that when you sent me your rap. Is it really?
Yeah.
What do you know about the Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, Joshua Bassett beef from High School Musical the series?
That's old. Apparently, Barry Keoghan cheated on
Crazy.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Crazy.
With a TikToker.
With a TikToker. Crazy. Barry Keoghan, he's in Batman, isn't he? Does he not have better things to do than cheat on his famous girlfriend with a TikToker?
I don't know. Apparently not. He just gets around.
He should-
I feel like he hasn't been in a movie in a while.
He should be cheating with her unfamous people. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, that was okay. That's good advice though. Number 3, push-ups.
Here's the thing. I'm sorry we kind of glossed over the fact that it was on your Wrapped. I don't like Sabrina Carpenter. Like she makes like heat. Like there's no like the thing. Like no one's
Yeah, it's
like
all good.
no one's like it's like poppy, but it's like
It's all good.
it is what it is, and it's like it's fun and it's good.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not, part of me is like Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, but then part of me is like, yeah.
I'm surprised there's not more because I listened to that one. I listened to Juno a lot. Like I can't believe there's not more on here.
Okay.
She
She should have
probably
been in your
just
top
barely-
5, honestly.
She probably was close. John Mayer was number 9.
No way.
So that's just a fun fact. And the only reason I know this is because when you press the DJ, when it plays an artist that didn't crack the top 5, it'll tell you where they.
I was about to say, I was like doing the math in my head. How do I figure out that for myself? But you've answered it for me. Thank you.
Yeah. And so number 3 is Push Ups by Drake. Because I was spamming that song until Kendrick dropped. And then I stopped listening to it.
We all make mistakes. That's fine.
And then Not Like Us,
BBL Drizzy. Come
Kendrick
on.
Lamar. And then Euphoria,
Is that
also Kendrick Lamar.
Wow. I went.
So
Okay.
rap heavy year for me.
I know, which like I always forget that you kind of steeze on rap because like we don't talk about rap, but like it is kind of part of your DNA in a way that is kind of surprising. Every single time I hear
DNA
it,
by
but
Kendrick Lamar.
at this point, or by Lainey, you know, we all have our different paths. So
Should I rap my best man speech?
I'm pausing there because I think it would be so sick. I'm considering the fallout of that, and I don't see any repercussions coming our way. So I think go for it. Like,
Yeah, what are they gonna do? It's your wedding.
it's my wedding. That's what people forget. Half of this thing is my wedding too. And if I want my best man to rap his part of his speech, I'm gonna let him do it. Do you know how many times me and you were in?
I'm not even gonna prepare. I think.
Okay, wait. Well, okay. Freestyle. You've never freestyled rap before in your
Just
entire life. The first time
Off
you
the
do
top.
it is the one time I trust you to speak about how great of a person I am.
I think it'd get there too.
You think you'd find a path? That I don't know if I trust you yet, but I've put so much of my trust into you at this point for this best man stuff that like I'm not gonna start micromanaging you now. There's no point. So I'm fine with that. Yeah. How I was just thinking. I'm sorry. I'm in wedding planning mode now.
This guy's rattled.
I'm not rattled. I'm just thinking. I'm taking my time today. People take their time sometimes. You would know. I have to cut out all these little moments where you just kind of sit in silence when we're editing this bad boy. I'll edit that one for myself too. It'll be short. The Rat Pack will not know how long that took me, but that's part of what's
to be
going
fair,
on here.
That I was trying to last week. I know the moment you're referencing. I was trying to think because you asked me a hard trivia question.
Bro, you can't just think of one moment because it happens 30 times an episode.
No.
You
That's
said,
not
I remember
true.
the one time I did it. Well, great. You remember one time of the 30 times you did it. Anyways.
And we need to address this because Matt controls the edit, as we know. You've heard the sloppiness in the edit, but
This is, first of all, that's so offensive for how much work I put in this podcast. I'm frankly appalled that you would even say such a thing because I've listened to these other ratty podcasts. The way we have to build this stupid following on Instagram and everything is I have to follow these other rat podcasts and they follow us back, and that's how you gain followers when you're getting the show off the ground. And I listen to some of these rat podcasts because they ask me to sometimes to give 5 stars. It's sloppy.
No,
they're
bad.
they're like recording in a tunnel, and they're recording onto their phone, but their
With,
phone's like
tin cans.
their phone's like under a pillow, and they're talking through a tin can. You're right, and that's what it sounds like. And then there's like no editing. They just kind of sit. They sit in silence. And one thing, you're really getting me fired up because one thing.
Me, bro. It sounds like these other podcasts. I didn't do any of this.
You don't, and well, we both do it because it's impossible not to do it. It makes me it makes my skin crawl, and it makes me furious that you don't have the dedication to your craft enough to like make a sloppy product, not edit it well enough either, and make the flow not be very good. This is not about you anymore. I'm sorry, I'm veering away from you.
No, I know.
So,
I'm confused. And I'm lost.
But what they do, and even it makes me even mad because there's some podcasts that I hear it. I'll shout one out right now. I'm gonna put them on blast because they do it all the time.
I would like to know what you're talking about.
I'm about to say it. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santorino, they do it too. So I know it starts. Is that not his name? Santino?
Just Santino.
I don't know. I don't know him personally, but what they do, and every single bad podcast that I had to beep. Ooh.
Whoa! Oh, we've put our first explicit tag on the episode. This sucks.
Sift through.
You have to do what to these podcasts?
I had to sift through them in order to get follows and all this stuff back. I hear their stupid clips all the time. They have their mouth noises where they open their lips and like their lips pop. They keep all of those in, and it's disgusting, and no one wants to hear it. And you know what I do every single time I go through this edit? It takes me hours to do these edits because every time I hear one of us go, I'm editing that out.
You're gonna hate what I just did to my mic. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna leave whatever Tyler did on his mic in, just so you guys know what it sounds like to listen to all these other
that was a demo.
Low quality podcasts. If you're listening to Until We Agree, you're getting the best of the podcast game. Even the top ones like Bobby Lee and Andrew, whatever his last name is, don't have editors who have the care and consideration to edit out this stupid mouth noises. No one wants to hear mouth noises when they're driving to and from work or when they're going to the bathroom. I don't know when you listen to your podcast, but it makes me so mad. And to even have the audacity to bring me into the level of other bad quality editors is ridiculous.
You know what this feels like? Hold on. You know what this feels like?
Ever heard of pacing? Have you heard of pacing? Because I've heard of pacing, and this podcast paces like no other podcast in the entire game.
You know what this feels like?
What does it feel like?
Has your mom ever been mad and then just for no reason said, "You don't appreciate me"?
Yes, that's what I feel like.
Because that's what you're doing right now.
That's fine. That's probably what I feel like because, like all mothers in the world, they're underappreciated, and I feel like an underappreciated mother. What do you want to know? What's harder than childbirth?
Oh yeah, what? Please tell us.
Finding the correct level on our noise gates for our microphones.
You think
they're not the same?
Technically,
you don't have the same noise gates.
No, what I'll say though, technically that's probably true. Because you have to learn how to work a computer, learn what a noise gate even is.
Yeah.
But we're all we know at birth,
It's a natural instinct, frankly.
Yeah, it's a natural instinct. And you know what's not a natural instinct? Noise gates.
Compressors.
Pacing
on our dialogue.
Splicing together audio.
That's why
matching up, time syncing audio, putting in an intro and an outro.
Here's the thing.
Podcasting's hard.
And it's harder than motherhood, and it's definitely harder than giving birth. By the way, I'm an uncle. Did you know that? As of last week, I'm an uncle.
What?
Yeah.
Congratulations. I thought that was going to be Christmas.
Well, we're getting close to Christmas, buddy.
Yeah.
It's December.
Yeah.
So, all that being said.
Did you go or you're going
that we're
for
going
Christmas?
for Christmas because they're across the country right now. So we're going for Christmas to see.
Well, congratulations to the brand new rat.
Thank you. I actually haven't done anything as far as the birth process has gone. So you don't have to. You didn't
contribute at all.
You don't have to congratulate me. I've done nothing. But
okay.
Wait. Brittany, my fiance, when you're listening to this, I don't even think I paid for the gift off the baby registry. I think she might have. So she'll probably text me in a few days, and when she listens to this episode, and say, "Yeah, I paid for that. Pay me back, you rat." So I really don't think I've done anything. I don't know. I don't think I've really.
And what's
done
there
much.
to do? You've been editing. Is that gift enough for the new rat?
Yeah, this little baby's gonna have so much backlog to get through in a couple of years. We're gonna be her number one on Spotify Wrapped for sure. I don't doubt that. Because I'd say as far as podcasts go, we're on the child friendly side for sure.
Yeah, until today.
No, that's getting cut out. Don't worry.
No. Earlier, I heard Matt cuss for the first time ever.
Yeah, well, I don't cuss, and sometimes I talk too fast, and words sound like other words, but it's all alleged, and I definitely didn't do it.
Yeah, he
big
said
flower.
a 4-letter word.
Tyler hates big flower. Tyler hates big flower. Tyler hates big flower.
Matt.
Tyler hates big flower. What's
Matt cussed, and I'm gonna tell his mom.
Don't tell her, please. I'm an uncle now. I have the kids to
Give
think
responsibilities.
About. Anyways, this episode, I was worried this episode was gonna go short. This has been absolute dynamite. After I woke up and finally started talking, so thank you for sticking through the first couple minutes of this podcast.
Cussing.
We found our way. Yeah, once we started cussing and being cool, we've been doing all right.
Cussing up a song.
We need to get.
What's your favorite? Wait. What's your favorite explicative?
Do you want to try that word again?
Explicative.
That's not the word.
What is it?
Expletive.
Explicative.
Okay, so I have this concept I thought about. I woke up this morning and thought about it. I don't know if
Wait a second. I just asked you a question.
I'm not going to answer that question because we're a PG rated
No, because I know what it is,
podcast.
and I want you to say it.
You tell me what it is.
What the cuss? You love saying that.
What the cuss, man? That's an original. It's not from any movie. So if you think you've heard it before, you haven't. I came up with that myself.
Oh, I didn't know you stole that.
Yeah, bro, it's from Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's like a pretty well known thing.
Never seen it.
Well, you need to get on that. You would love it. Owen Wilson. Anyways, I thought about this morning, and then we're gonna get into Q&A. Thank you for hanging with us here. This is a beast of an episode. I just want to bring this up to you now, and I kind of want to get the three of us meaning me, you, and Noah in on this, because I think Noah
abandoned us.
would have some strong feelings about the repercussions of this challenge I want to put forth to you guys. So
okay,
the name of it is called preliminarily. I want to call it A or Pay. And the reason
or pay.
And the reason I'm thinking of it like that is I was thinking of like improv stuff, and I was like, what if you just like it's like improv with consequences. And so my thought was like, you have to say a bunch of words. You'd go in like a circle, and you have to say a word that starts with the letter A, like a noun, like nouns only that start with the letter A, for example. And
apple.
Yeah, like apple, anteater, something like that. And the first person
keep going with A.
What?
We would keep going with A. We wouldn't go down the alphabet.
Right. No, it's only with like the letter A. And so eventually it would get hard. And like you can't hesitate. You have to have something ready to go within like maybe like 1 or 2 seconds. Anyways, that's not the point of that's not the point of the pay part. That's just like a simple improv game. And the person who first falters has to donate money to a charity they don't agree with.
What do you mean they don't agree with?
Like it's a charity they wouldn't support otherwise.
I don't like that idea.
I don't know. I still have to work it out.
Name a charity you don't agree with.
That's the thing is I don't have an answer for it. PETA. And so I don't have like an answer for it. but I'm working through it. That's just like, it's like a loose idea that I would love to play with you and Noah. Improv with consequences.
I like that.
So maybe
I like that. Well, we get Ginnick and Ronnie in there, and
get all the rats.
That
in
way,
there.
it's like 5 people. That's less words you're gonna be able to use.
Yeah, and we all bring an evil cause to donate to, so we like have it ready to go like immediately. And you on air you have to donate money to this cause you don't support. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
the screenshot the screenshot will go crazy. You have to take a thumbs up picture by your payment received email.
It's so good. It's a loose concept right now, but I'm still working it out. But I think it's so funny. Yeah. So keep an eye out for the next couple of weeks. You know, Christmas is a time for giving, so I can't think of a better time than now to pull this one out. Okay, we gotta go. It's Q&A time. If you want to be a part of the Rat Pack,
this again, man.
Questions and answers, get a shout out on Until We Agree. Leave us 5 stars. Get a sticker probably. I don't know. Follow us on Instagram at Until We Agree. Follow us on TikTok at Until We Agree. I hear TikTok's getting banned next month, like actually, which is crazy. I hope that's not true because we're crushing on TikTok. So, what does Matt ask?
Have you guys heard about the giant $1,000 scrub daddy?
Oh.
We talked about that last episode. Go check that out. We've heard about it. I've heard plenty about it, and I've barely heard about it. And that's more than enough for me.
Yeah.
Ronnie says, no, I haven't heard about the giant $1,000 scrub daddy. I wonder what other giant things of smaller items are available to buy. So Ronnie's a robot. Ronnie's turned into a robot for this answer. That's a Chat GPT answer. That's so funny.
It's so good. There's probably some other stuff that's too big.
I'm sure there's some. I think we should do some research and bring those in because you apparently love when things were small and are now big.
Well,
like you were small and you're now a little bit bigger.
So yeah, I mean, I bet you like see like the biggest corn statue in the world or something, you know, or like.
But like available to purchase, that's different. Like the things you drive by and it's like, we have the biggest blanket in the world, and you're like, okay, that's kind of weird. But
probably pretty
something
comfy.
that would be, you don't even use blankets.
Okay, first of all, that's just
Matt lays above his sheets with his shoes on to go to sleep.
Like a corpse. That's how I like to do it. So, let's find something. That's Ronnie's so funny. So. Anyways, yeah, we'll look into it. Kim Kim wants to know if you were pirates. Kim, by the way, is great. She comments questions every single week, and we never want to miss a Kim question. And they're always really like thought provoking too. Like this one. If you were pirates, what would the name of your ship be?
Are we dual pirates? Like, are we on the same ship, or do we each have individual ships?
I think just for the sake of time, let's share a ship.
Okay. What would our ship name be then?
I'm
you
like
think?
I'm like a bus boy probably, so I don't have naming rights. So you name the ship.
Oh, am I the captain?
You're the captain. I'm just there.
Okay. Well, will you cut out the time while I think?
Sure, man.
Thanks, editor. Editor Matt's gonna hate having to cut this out. This is gold.
Hey, this is podcast Matt. Hit it, Hutch.
You know what it
After much deliberation, we've decided that pirates are unethical beings,
Mhm.
and we don't want to take any part in that culture. So we're gonna bow out of the ship naming question at this time. We just feel that it doesn't align with our brand values.
Yeah.
So
So we should not take any more time to try to think of something funny to say, because it's unethical to do so.
yeah, we could think of things funny, and we did behind
So
the
like
scenes. as
too
we're getting
many,
cut.
so many good
Yeah,
ones.
so like a bunch of. I'm ashamed that you guys aren't going to get to hear all the good ideas we had, but it's just pirates are not good people.
Yeah. Well, while
in
we had-
history,
Since you said we had so many, just say one of them just for fun.
just one of them. Do we really want to go down that road?
You're right. Let's not.
Let's
Because
not,
we had at least one for sure.
at least one for sure, 2 to 3 pretty good ones, and then one I think that was like a clear winner. But
Yeah.
I don't think we can say.
But
it.
let's just not even worry about it. But thank you for the question, Kim. Please keep them up, and we will answer your next one in full.
Yeah, as long as it's ethical and aligns with our brand values and our
Yeah.
morals, even.
It's a brand thing at this point. We have a Spotify Wrap now, so we're getting to that point. Speaking of getting to that point, is this episode over yet?
Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
Okay, is it still going, the song?
The song is over now.
Oh, the song's over. Okay. Then do we leave, or do we just like? Do we live in this podcast space? What are we, like, downsizing guys that are just living in the podcast space?
What are we, like the guys from Downsizing who live in a podcast space now?
Well, yeah. What am I, Matt Damon over here?
What am I?
What is this? Downsizing? What is this Oscar snubbed movie? Downsizing?